Good morning. Happy Friday. I'm still half asleep. I had to get up early, take my daughter to her appointment. And yeah, I'm still half asleep. Only drank a couple sips of my coffee. I'm a coffee girl. I need my coffee in the morning. Anyway, so I'm waiting for her, and I decided to make a video and pull a card. So happy Friday, you guys. Trying to wake my ass up. Okay, so I like this card. I hope it's for me, and I hope it's for all of you. So, shower of abundance. Shower of abundance. That means money. Well, I guess abundance can be, a lot of things, but I think in this case it is money. It says, to heal your financial situation, first give us your worries concerning money. We will gully. They use like weird words sometimes. Gully, G-U-L-A-I, or A-E. Gully. We will gully. Okay, so to heal your financial situation, first give us your worries concerning money. We will gully you in order to show you how to create and accept abundance. As we work together, your financial situation will heal as fast as you'll allow. Okay. So, I bitch about divine timing. I also get a little annoyed with this because so they say you're supposed to live and not worry about money, right? And I did that. I had a lot of money. I sold my house and and I had money I was living off of, and I didn't have to work, and I got to spoil my kids and all this stuff, and I didn't worry about money, and now, that money isn't there like it was, and now I'm starting to worry because I'm like, I gotta still pay my bills and all that. So it's like, you can't, I feel like, it goes both ways. Which one's supposed to work, So, yeah, that's like a thing. So, I totally understand, I'm sure if you watch tarot and all that, you'll get this a lot where they say, oh, you're going to get, abundance, you're going to get inheritance, you're going to get this and that, and I do have faith, and honestly, I don't want just money to come shower down. I just always, all my life, I'm happy just if I can pay my bills every month. That's just how I've always lived. And I always do whatever I have to do. If I have to get a job, I get a job, whatever. It's not a big deal for me. But just having to stress, am I going to be able to pay my bills? That's what I hate. That's what I don't want to do anymore, ever, and I made all these changes in my life. I don't want to be financially stressed anymore, and, I did give that to God. I, told him, I'm basically retired. I didn't want to, have to do this anymore in my life, so... And I know I'm not the only one. I know so many people, you just want to pay your bills and be happy and be free and be able to travel and be able to not have to worry. If you're like me, literally all my life, even growing up, we were rich. I think we were considered middle class, growing up. So But, you know, we didn't do a lot. You know, usually if I went on a vacation, it was with my uncle, because he, you know, brought me and my brother to him to vacation with them, you know. I mean, we took a couple of vacations, and I was kind of spoiled. We grew up in Orange County. Like, I literally got sick of Disneyland because we live like 5 minutes from Disneyland. We used to go, you know, in elementary, we used to go to Disneyland, you know, early in the morning when they open, and then we'd go home and take a nap. And then we go back. And I like roller coasters, and Disneyland didn't have a lot of roller coasters, you know, and I was always like, I love like scary roller coasters. The only ones I don't like are like the ones that shoot straight down, you know, because I'm kind of afraid of heights. But when I'm on a roller coaster, I'm not afraid of heights. It's weird, like, you know, because you're usually up high, that you're going so fast, like it doesn't, you know. Anyways, yeah, I've always loved roller coasters. Now, like 55, you know, I have arthritis and shit, and when I go on like shaky roller coasters, like my whole body hurts. I mean, not during, but usually like soon after or the next day. Just saying, sucks getting old. Anyway, so that's my take on it. But yeah, you know, the angels are saying you're going to be showered with abundance. So take it to heart, believe it. Ask your angels, your guides, God, and say, please bless me with money. I'm not laughing because I don't believe it. I do have faith that, you know, sometimes it's not like you're going to be handed money, you're going to win the lottery or whatever. Sometimes it's just like they're going to, you know, guide you to like the perfect job to where you make money, but you know, you make money doing what you love, and that's the goal, right, in life. You want to be able to, you know, do something that doesn't feel like a job. You want to do something that you enjoy. For me, that's helping people. Like, I want to make money helping people. You know, I don't know if you guys know Victor Odo and Aaron I never say his name right. Aaron Daughtry. But I went to like an online how to become a coach, basically tips, you know, with Victor yesterday, and because I feel like I could help people. You know, for me it'd be like a kind of a spiritual coach, you know, and that's kind of what I'm trying to do in these videos. I'm just trying to help guide people that are lost, and kind of giving them my take on it, you know, or what I've been through, my stories. You know, I hear so many stories of people that had it way worse than me. Like, I mean, you know, I've been through the shit, I'm not gonna lie. Like, you know, I've had horrible things happen to me all my life that I've had to deal with, usually based around my heart, you know. You know, I lost my dad to a car accident when I was 9. And my mom and dad were already divorced when I was like 5. You know, I mean, I've had a lot of bad things happen, but when I hear the stories of people, my heart goes out, you know, and I might not have that exact situation, but I have had a lot of things happen that I've had to overcome, and I have learned some skills on how to do that, you know, and I'm not ready to start up the coaching thing. I mean, I'm ready to start figuring it out, you know, and when I do it, I will probably give free readings to talk to people, to not only to see if I help people, but you know, for them, I want to, you know, and then, but for me too, to make sure that, you know, this is the fit for me. Like, can I do this? You know, I mean, I've always been good at giving my friends advice on when they were going through something, or it's not even advice. It's just, you know, this is what I did when, you know, a similar situation was with me, you know, and just, it's not even spiritual. I mean, I'm calling it spiritual just because sometimes it's not spiritual. Like, sometimes you go through, like when my mom died, it wasn't spiritual. I haven't gone through, wasn't spiritual yet. You know, that was like 11 years ago when she died. And it literally, you know, I've told you before in videos, like my heart, just a piece of my heart, like I literally felt fly out of my chest when my mom died, because my mom had been my constant in my life since I was born, you know. And she was a good mom. She had a good heart, and she taught me, she basically made me who I am. She's the reason why, you know, I don't hurt people's feelings, you know. Like she used to always, just all my life, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say nothing, you know. You can't really judge someone until you've walked in their shoes. And, you know, just constantly saying things like that to me growing up, it has made me, you know, the sweet person I am. So and yeah, so I'm making another long video. I go on these rants, you guys, I don't know. That's another thing. If you would have known me, like, this is not something I would have ever done in my life. That's just not, you know, I'm not the type of person. I never wanted to be the center of attention. I still kind of don't, to be honest, but this, I like doing this because it's kind of therapy for me, to be honest, just to come on here and talk about things, give, you know, the angel cards, and I like seeing the angel cards for me too, you know. I mean, even though I've gone through a lot of this, and I do feel like I'm on the other end of it now, you know, I've gone through the dark parts of it and came out smiling, you know. And that's the thing in life, like, if you can get through those hard times and still be a kind-hearted person, like, you know, when you've gotten your heart broke like so many times in so many different ways, and you, for many people, it gives you a cold heart, to where either you just don't let anybody in anymore, or you're just not a good person anymore, because you're just like, you know, fuck it. And I get that, you know, but that's just not in my DNA. You know, for me, I'll love you no matter what, you know. I might not let you in my life anymore, but I'm still gonna care about you, you know. And I'm still gonna love other people. I'm not gonna let one person that broke my heart affect me loving anybody else, you know. That's just me. But and that's hard to do, you know. For many people. For me, it's just the way I am. Like, there, you know, I mean, not, you know, like I think I've mentioned this song multiple times in my videos, but you know, that song, I forget what it's actually called, but it says, I'm a little bit hurt, but a lot more free. And that's just, you know, basically the song saying, yeah, you fucked me over, you hurt me, but, you know, I'm okay now, and I'm, you know, I'm gonna keep going, you know. And that's how I am, you know, multiple times. So yeah, you know, I've been hurt. My heart's been, you know, what's that song, I think by Lainey, or one of, you know, a country song, says my heart's been dragged through the mud or whatever. That's me, it's been drugged through the mud, but it doesn't mean I'm not, I take the lessons, I take the lessons I've learned, I take the love I got, and, alchemize them into just that, and forgive where forgiveness needs, forgive myself if, I had any part in that, and move on. That's all you can do. All right. I'm going to close this off. I hope you all have an awesome weekend. In case I don't come back over the weekend, we'll see what happens. But yeah, definitely have a good Friday. Okay.